My name is Matthew Magno. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Japa, and our vision's simple: to solve parking everywhere and to make smart cities and universities a reality. But I want to get right into the problem. I know it's something that we're all pretty familiar with, and that's parking. Now, you might feel like this a lot of the times when you deal with parking, maybe even today. See, we all know how frustrating it is to find a parking spot these days. Sometimes it feels near impossible. See, I was just a student last quarter. I just graduated from UC Davis, but when I would find parking on the campus, it would take me 20 to 30 minutes sometimes. I'll be wasting time circling parking lots, getting frustrated, just to find out that there's not even a space there. But see, this problem is just for us drivers, the people that have to deal with parking. We don't really think about parking on the other end of the spectrum. See, I'm talking about the people that have to maintain it every day. They have to manage these parking lots because it's their livelihood. Now, managing a parking lot today is extremely inefficient. And what I mean by that is that there's still people going around counting cars, updating their inventory into old handhelds. We still have parking enforcement chalking tires, looking for overstayed vehicles. And the worst part about that is that they have to go out every hour on the hour just to see if that vehicle's still there. And there's still manual exchanges of paying for your parking. Now, why these solutions don't work is, one, there's just way too much labor for things that should be automated today. Two, there's just not enough parking information for parking lot owners or management to make smart decisions on their parking lots. And three, it's just a waste of time for everyone. But this doesn't have to be a problem anymore. I'd like to introduce you to Japa. Here it is. An easy-to-use mobile application that delivers real-time parking availability straight to your phone. You don't have to worry about circling parking lots anymore, getting stressed out and wasting time. You can just use our app to start parking smarter. Now, we tell you exactly which spots are open, which ones are taken, and we'll even give you directions to that open available space. We have detailed lot information, whether it's the hours of operation, the different types of payment options, or even the true availability of that parking lot. We'll even give you a notification straight to your phone to let you know, hey, you have 10 minutes left, either put more time through our app or go move your car. And the best part about this is our app is free to all drivers. You don't have to pay for anything. But you're probably wondering how we make money. So we put these sensors on every parking space. We know exactly when a car gets there, for how long, where it's at, and when it leaves. So we aggregate this data through some pretty cool algorithms that we came up with, and we're able to make a product that we could sell or license to parking lot owners or management. This is Japa's smart parking management platform. Now with this, parking owners and management can be on the up and up on their whole operation, whether they want to know the true availability of their parking lots, if they want to know the average stay time, the max stay time. We even give them a notification to let them know when and where the violations occur, so they don't have to waste time chalking tires anymore. We even have machine learning algorithms so they can predict their occupancy and revenue, and so they can compare where they should be at and compare where they're actually at. Now, we have a little bit of traction right now. We are installed at UC Berkeley. We're working on UC Davis and the Medical Center here in Sacramento. We're also in a city called Walnut Creek and have some pretty strategic partnerships. But I want to tell you why our clients love us. And that's because the value we bring to them. Not only can we increase their revenue, but we're able to effectively redistribute their labor to more innovative places, and we save time for everyone. Now, we all know how big the parking industry is. If you don't, it's a $36 billion industry in the US alone. We're focused on universities right now because we just graduated, so we have a unique positioning within the university system. But if we get 10 clients, something that's easily done by the end of the year, we can generate over $4 million of revenue. Now, the way we make money is we have 4 channels of revenue. One, we sell our sensors that we put on the floor. We have a SaaS model for our management platform and our mobile application. We also charge operation and maintenance on all the hardware, so our clients aren't left with something that they don't know how to fix or if it's broken or anything. And then we also have a revenue share for every time someone pays for parking through the mobile app for any credit card or debit card transaction. Now, you're probably thinking, yeah, I've seen other parking apps out there, and you're right. Some of you might be familiar with, like Smarking or Spot Hero or even ParkWiz. But nobody is solving parking the same way we are. We're the only ones that deliver real-time parking availability of public spaces. Other ones might deal with just a mobile app for private reserve spaces, or you have companies that just have a management platform. But with Japa, you get both, where we take care of the drivers and the management at the same time. Now, we have a pretty extensive roadmap ahead of us. By the year 2021, we want to be in 50 major operations all throughout California and neighboring states. And how we're going to do that is I have a pretty good team. Myself, I have a couple other ventures, one being an accelerator program at UC Davis where we mentor startups. My amazing co-founder, Charles, he's a fantastic full-stack developer and data scientist that worked in top companies such as Amazon and Tesla. We just hired 2 more people, one to help us out for mobile mobile app development, and then one for operations. We're also backed by our amazing advisors and directors that have over 50 years of experience within the parking industry and also launched a couple of businesses themselves. So we are fundraising right now. We are raising a $500,000 pre-seed round. So this is going to help us cover the cost of development, move us faster for the hiring process, and really scale our business to get us to 100,000 parking spaces. So if you're all ready to start parking smarter and stressing less, come talk to us. Thank you.
Thanks, Matthew.
No problem.
Thank you very much. Sorry about the
no.
there. So what can this community here do to help you today?
Oh man, this community has been amazing already with all the support, but just getting the word out there, that smart parking and smart cities are a thing. The networking opportunity is great. The word of mouth has been helping us get clients a lot. So I mean, just get our name out there.
How can we do that?
Japa like it's hot. No, I'm just kidding. If there's people that that are in the parking industry or that manage parking lots or that own parking lots, just let them know Japa's here and we're ready to help.
So they can Google it, or they just go to parkjapa.com?
Yeah, they go to parkjapa.com, or I have my email I can put up on the first slide. But
okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
No problem. Yes.
Can you expand a little more on the hardware as far as what's the cost, what's where is it being manufactured, what's the actual guts of it, or whether your future thoughts of what else you might put into it as the footprint gets smaller and smaller?
Definitely. So your question is a lot about the hardware. So to go more deep about the hardware, our hardware, the sensors are 99% accurate. They have a 7 to 10 year battery life, no wires or anything, so infrastructure is really easy. They communicate through radio frequency, so we just put one antenna up somewhere pretty high, and it could read up to 20,000 sensors. It just sends that information to a base station that's connected to the internet and then sent over to our servers. The guts inside of it, I mean, we have the technology today to get this 99% accuracy, and the way we do it is because we detect magnetism and light from vehicles. So each car has a certain threshold of metal, and then they block a certain amount of light, so that's how we get that 99% accuracy. Moving into the future, we do want to step away from the hardware. That's why we're doing some stuff with crowdsourcing. But we even have a new device that connects straight to the sensors, because each sensor that we have has Bluetooth and an accelerometer integrated inside it, so you can connect your phone straight to it. That's how you pay for parking. Or we have this new device that we're coming out with. It's kind of like a tile device where you just leave it in your car, and now parking is seamless. You just park and then get out of your car, pretty much. Sorry, yes.
So there's a huge problem with electric vehicles and charging and parking right now, and it's literally someone charges their vehicle there for 4 hours and then they need to move it. Have you gone to any of these parking garages, like the ones in Sacramento, that have 40 charging stations in them, and they're desperately trying to find a solution to figure out how to manage these spots, how to tell someone that you should go move your car because your car is now full and you're blocking someone else from being able to charge. Or I need to find an open charger. How am I going to find one if I'm coming in, have you talked to anyone around EV charging and putting this in people's charging spaces? It's going to be an apocalypse.
Yeah. So your question is more about the EV or the electric vehicle parking. Yeah.
It's about managing the spaces in front of EV charging stations.
Yeah. So these are the sensors. These things actually we can, with software and technology, anything's possible. So we can actually designate for the drivers and the management and designate which spots are available and which ones are EV charging and which one are different permit types. So for the drivers, yeah, it'll come up on the mobile apps and it'll let you know, hey, your charging's done, or you've been there for the time amount. And then for the management, they'll know exactly when the charging's done. Because one thing about Japa is that not only do we provide our own software and hardware, but we're able to take any third-party hardware or data and integrate it into our software. So if there's existing APIs or anything, even with the electric vehicle stations, we can put it into our system and let everyone know.
I think the question was more a suggestion.
Oh, it's a suggestion.
Yeah, your strategy is to go find big parking opportunities, and I think the suggestion, I agree, is there a land and expand opportunity? In other words, hey, you don't have to deploy us for your entire parking lot. It's the EV is where you have the biggest problem. we'll have an entry-level opportunity that will help you solve that problem, then they can see the comparison. EV is so much easier now than the regular parking.
Yeah.
We should deploy it across the whole parking lot, so more of a land and expand strategy versus city-by-city strategy.
I know Sacramento, the state, and just this area is looking at spending money on trying to figure out how to do this.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's just coming up kind of, I don't know, I guess we'll have the phone tree. Unfortunately, there's a small enough population of them that kind of works. But as they grow, I mean, you should tell them that this is right now you have the only solution that's going to allow them to manage these spaces.
Yeah.
Have fights.
Well, I apologize. I misunderstood.
And another thing that I wanted to tag on is I saw something where it was talking about the night managers in cities, the nightmares. But they say most fights at night in cities happen around parking. So you might go try to get a quote from them saying, hey, you want to reduce the amount of fights that are happening in the city at night.
No.
Particularly around parking.
No, that's a great suggestion. I haven't heard that one about fights yet, but I could definitely use it. Sorry, Lou, you had your hand up.
Yeah, so I've lived before where it snows, and I wonder how these would hold up. One, if it was covered with snow, would it still know there was a car above it, and would it hold up to snow shovel?
Snow plows?
Snow removal equipment.
Yes, so I definitely have an answer. Your question was, how does this hold up when snow, and how does it work against snow plows or snow shovels? Well, this is our this is our surface-mounted sensor. We also have another design that goes in the ground and it's flush. So, yeah, and they do work through snow, so that's perfectly fine. Our biggest challenge was the snow plows, and that's why we came up with the flush ones where it goes in the ground.
And I'm not sure if you mentioned this, and if you did, sorry that I didn't hear it. Where are the devices manufactured?
Oh, I apologize, yes. They're manufactured in China, actually. Yeah.
And are you looking for a mechanical engineer to be an intern this summer?
Yeah, we're actually open to internships this summer, so yeah, we just decided that we're going to be doing internships, another round of internships. So.
Well, someone from UC Davis reached out to me yesterday, so
Oh, really? Well, awesome. Yeah, go Aggies. I think you had your hand up, and then you next. Yeah.
Well, I just wanted a quick comment just to say that my wife has an EV car, and that's the biggest problem. And sometimes we wonder, well, why did we get an EV car if we can't even park it and stuff? And especially coming from Elk Grove to downtown, we need to be able to do that. But my question is that, sort of tagging on that, where it sounds like right now your goal is also to get large parking lots, full infrastructures. Are those infrastructures that decide to go with your solution relying upon your solution? So say if there's something that went down, the internet went down, or some type of issue where your system's offline, is there some type of redundancy, or does the parking management stop until you can get back online for people who are utilizing your system full blown?
Yeah, so that's a great question. If our systems go down, they're able to still manage their parking lots without us. It's just that we're an added benefit where now they'll have this extra data and analytics to help monitor it, even if they have to do something like surge pricing. Maybe the surge pricing part might go down and they might have to do it more manual, but our systems are pretty secure, and we haven't had anything like that. Hopefully nothing in the future.
And do you have some type of way to communicate to customers? Because that may be in your initial communication with you as the vendor, but the customers are relying upon a seamless solution, and especially if they've been using it for a while, and then all of a sudden this goes down and they relied upon it and now they don't know what to do.
Yeah, no, that's a great question. One thing that we pride ourselves on is that we want to give 110% customer satisfaction, customer service. So if anything does go down, of course, we're going to be reaching out to them right away, trying to fix the problem. We do keep the data within our servers for over 5 years. So the best thing we can do if our servers go down is push our predictive analytics out. So at least they can have some predictive analytics to work with. Okay. I think you were next, yes.
Yeah, so 3 quick things. What is your unit price? Does it take inventory, like for instance, so you know how much money you should have at the end of the day based on cars coming in? And if so, does it eliminate false positives of people who have to pull in it counts it, pull back out to straighten out, pull back in.
Mhm.
And not counting that as two separate cars.
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Yes, oh, your third one?
And what's a competitive landscape?
Yes. So the unit cost for the sensors, we sell them for $100 each. So it sounds expensive, but we're a lot cheaper than our competitors that do other ultrasonic sensors or anything. To the competitive landscape, can you define that question a little bit
Who
more?
else is in this market trying to land these type of products in other parking lots?
Yeah, you know what? It's a fairly new market. There's other competitors, like when I put Spot Hero, or even you might have even seen some parking structures that have the lights hanging down. You have to drive in and still look at it. Those are some of our competitors, but the way we're different from them is that you don't have to go drive in. You can just look from your app. You can look from your bed and map out your whole experience before you even get there. And your third question was?
Was false positives of people who are straightening out to not be counted multiple times as 3 cars parking. So it pulls in, senses it, pulls out from the second car left, pulls back in to repark to straighten out, counts it again, right?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, that could be in the sensors line 3 cars parking when it's 1.
It would be a positive to the turnover. No, actually, that's a great point. We don't account for that, but we will definitely now for sure. That's a great idea. Yeah.
We got time for about one more question.
Okay. I think you guys were back there. The lady. Yeah.
Sorry. I noticed in your timeline that you've been doing this since 2018.
Yes.
Have you guys accounted for the wear and tear of those, of your units, like the wear and tear, cars going over it, sun damage, all that kind of stuff in the parking lot, just because the environment of the parking lot isn't it's not inside, it's all outside environment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So these are all weather tested, pinpoint tested, pressure tested. They could take up to a double-decker bus without braking. We have special batteries in there, so if the surface is a lot hotter, because we're going to start doing work in Nevada, it could take up those temperatures and everything. Okay.
Okay, maybe one more question.
Okay.
So that one right there, is that secured on the ground when you place it down, or is that is there a possibility of theft or vandalism on that, and then how would you handle that?
Yes. So these are definitely put on the ground. We secure them with adhesive, so they're pretty permanent. And like I mentioned before, there's an accelerometer inside it, so we know if someone's going to tamper with it, if it moves a little, or if it's getting taken. And that's why we charge the operation and maintenance per space or per sensor, because if something does happen, we go and fix it or we replace it.
And then how much weight can it withstand? So if a bigger truck or something were to run over it, for instance, is it going to damage it, or do you know that?
Yeah. So it could take over a double-decker bus.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and without braking. And we have videos of it too, working like that.
All right, thank you very
Cool.
much.
Awesome.